Okay. I believe I'm streaming on YouTube, so I can't listen to that. Yeah. Even though I want to. I might be able to listen to this. Oh, it's just visuals. Or unless I'm muted. It's just visuals. Let's just go ahead and listen to normal ambient music, I think. Right. What am I even doing anymore? I feel like I've been in a dream for the last... I don't know. I'm having a weird... what would you call it? Things are changing in my mind. What would you call that? The feeling of things changing in my mind. Not depression, Jesus. I feel like it's German. It's not Zeitgeist. There's a German word for this feeling. Fuck. Yeah. Anyway. What am I doing today? I'm still messing around with acceleration. I'm still not even sure I should do it, to be honest. Because I can always change the acceleration curve. It's not a problem, right? It's an easy thing to change, but... The issue is the game becomes less snappy and more floaty. So I'm it becomes less and less like Freelancer the more I mess with it. Because I had it perfect, similar to Freelancer, but I guess I can change this curve to however I want it. We start at 0. I might do this.
Daddy, the boy I married is a Ewing.
Jack Ewing boy.
You're right, Ogre Beggar Man. There's another new one as well. I've been trying to watch lots of 80s films and things, and
Expect some static. After all, computers are just machines. They can't think.
Some programs will be thinking soon.
Won't that be grand? Computers and the programs will start thinking, and the people will stop.
yeah, I've been watching. I don't know if you're in ads at the moment. I don't think so. Are you a subscriber? I can't remember. But yeah, I've been watching 80s films and things, so there's a few funny little things. I think my ad block is working on Twitch. Oh, nice. Sometimes it works for me as well, and then sometimes it doesn't. At the moment, it mostly isn't moving. It isn't working. I have the normal Brave block, because Brave comes with one, and then you have also... Oh no, I don't have it anymore. I must have removed it because it was messing with something. The origin thing, and then you've got to type in certain words to get it to work. You've got to type in certain things in certain places. I can't remember exactly. Pi ad block. Oh really? Cool. Oh really? Oh, that's awesome. I will definitely thank you for that recommendation. Yeah. Earn rewards for ads. I hate that stuff though. No thank you. No thank you. Jesus. No thank you. That's weird though. It's a bit weird. Anyway. What was I thinking about my game? I was thinking about the movement, and I have changed the movement so now it acts more like a car, right? So I think I'm keeping the acceleration like high at the beginning, so your acceleration up to about 70 pretty fast, and then to get up to your top speed is pretty slow, right? You see this number here? That's the acceleration. I'm probably going to change that to... I think it still works pretty well. It's barely noticeable actually that it's doing that, but I think that's nice because that's going to help me make the racing mode, right? So you get up to about 70, and then the acceleration goes all the way down. Whatever. It's probably more like you get to like 80%, right? And then your acceleration really drops. And getting to that max speed takes a while. And then if I combine that with if you're going fast, the slower you turn, then I can really make a racing mode. And that will make a lot of sense. And hopefully it won't be too disruptive to the movement. See, that felt pretty good actually. So that's the... Yeah, I have to retain the movement, the feeling of the movement, but add like these subtle things. So if I'm in player ship controller, and then we've got to think about how is the AI going to be using this stuff. Probably I need to redo the AI It's quite desperate, actually. I actually really need to redo the AI. At this point, because let's get rid of these prints right here. So in terms of turning, rotation is perfect. Don't mess with it. I'm about to mess with it. But it shouldn't be too hard. We were using effective acceleration. Speed ratio. So I need this number again, actually. Which means I should probably make that into a member, as they say. So... Oh, I don't know if you're still here, Ogre Man, but are you working on anything at the moment? Are you doing any games or anything like that? Speed ratio low. Are you working on the UI for the tower defense? Oh, nice. Yes. Awesome. How hard is it to like animate UI in Well, I feel like I'm pretty bad as well. it is hard. I understand why everyone gets so anal about it, because there's a real talent to it, or design choice, or animating is easy, but the layout stuff is hard. Yeah. There are like choices to make. I think I've mostly given up at this point. I want to just make something look good rather than be practical. Be online for game UI. There's always these boxes around the main box, like a border. I suppose so, yes. There are boxes within boxes within boxes, but you don't have to do that. It is very an art thing, I think. It comes down to a very artistic thing, doesn't it, in the end? The UI can do anyway. And Nujank is very good at UI. Or at least his 3D UI always looks really good. I guess let's just double check it still works. Push, push, pish, pish posh. Okay. I gotta think about the boost as well, because I probably want to accelerate curve the boost as well. How's it? I can accelerate the curve. I can either accelerate curve the boost or just slow it down. I'm just working on like a little bit of tweaking, like perfecting the movement and stuff at the moment in my game, Nujank. I see your game obviously, and the grass in your game is actually coming. I think you tweaked it a little bit or something because it's looking better and better each time I look at it. Send a picture on Discord. The music's perfect, right? Oh, the ladybug, yeah. Very cool. Oh, I haven't seen this. Damn. Nice, dude. I like it. Like, this obviously looks really good. Visually. Is that a noise texture and then... Or did you actually, like, grab that picture, or... I think this looks good. So if you have heroes, you can press A, F, and then whatever. A, F. Maybe it should be Q, W, E, R, A, D, F. What do you think about that? Here's a rock wall picture. Or maybe that just means archer. A for archer. Yeah, that is probably what that means. I think that looks good. It's kind of hard to remember. I'm trying to with the same letter as the name. Yeah, that also makes sense. Both things are valid. You know, both things are valid. I think this is a good UI. I like it. I like the idea that putting the spells up there, for sure, so that you're not like clicking so much, right? I suppose. Very cool. I think that's going to work out. I don't think... obviously it's minimalist. And people like minimalism at the moment. But I suppose you can put borders around these things. If you wanted to. Put more of these borders around. Work on the old parts, yeah. But yeah, the middle border of crystal things look good. What was I doing even? I don't know. I made a... If rotating frame is greater than rotation delay, mouse direction. What that does, it's like, so you can click on stuff in the UI without moving the ship, right? So when I click like this button, it doesn't move the ship. I have to hold it down for like less than a millisecond, but you know. And then if I hold it down, it moves. But it probably shouldn't even move there. It should probably like override something or do something, I'm not sure. But you shouldn't be holding down on the UI. Probably not. Speaking about UI, I want to like show you all of the research I've been doing. These are from various movies and yeah, TV shows and things. Yeah, always use photos. He didn't do it. Windows? Okay. There you go. Have these jagged, glowy lines, over the top colors, you know, random shapes. This text, I really want to get this font. Whatever the font this is, I need to get it. Don't know what it's called. I need to get this font. The same fonts here as well. Clashing colors. Like blue on green. Kind of clashes. Right. This looks good though. The yellow and the blue. That looks good, obviously. There's Pac-Man there. I didn't even see that before. Pac-Man. That's funny. Digital 7 font. Oh, there you go. Nice. Awesome. I also need to add the Star Wars pictures in here. But again, you got these weird arrows. If you're selecting things, there needs to be arrows doing this. Right? That seems to be obvious. It's just some text. There needs to be these grid lines. Grid lines everywhere. There needs to be charts with grid lines on them. And everything needs to glow. Random text that doesn't make sense. That you can't read. I took this screenshot just because of the like dials and like all of these buttons that light up and things. And you can see in the background a little bit that there's like a planet and there's some text and things. And this one, this is clearly UI. This is UI from the last Starfighter, and it's got. I could definitely do something like this for my targeting reticle, maybe. This is obviously like the angle or something, which I did think of doing anyway. You have your targeting reticle, and there's some like lines coming off it at the very least with numbers and things. Over here we have, I think that's like your weapons. So I could be doing, that's how I could be doing my weapons, is I have, this is your reload speed maybe. I have an arrow here. Photon bolts over here on this side. And then you have these like holograms of the enemy ship or something. Well, I think it's your ship, I'm not sure. But you only need that because it's in a first person view that you would need the hologram. So you could have the hologram of the enemy ship though, which might be cool. More like lines and things, and like these clashing colors. with the radial. Here's the full UI, yeah. So these are clearly your weapons here. And there's maybe energy bars here. Around here. But this is a bit much, right? This is definitely a bit much. I wouldn't want to copy this completely, but the round circles on the edges are something that I might do. Having round circles. You could just copy this bottom bit, really. It's a lot for like modern aesthetic, being very minimalist. The thing about modern UI is modern UI doesn't exist, right? It's all modern UI is as simple as possible. Like there isn't any. All of Duty gameplay. Modern UI is like there isn't any gameplay. There isn't any UI. Well, this is different because that's a menu. But well, no, this isn't different because it's a menu. See how there's like nothing going on. This is just a box. And that's it. This is just a box. Everything is transparent. There's just some numbers here, things like that. There's no like decoration, or the decoration is very simple. And like the HUD down here, it's just like, there's nothing here. It's just as bare bone and minimalist as you can possibly make it, right? Whereas you go back to the 80s and it's like shit's happening everywhere. And everything glows. And everything's bright and coloured. I think that's what I want to do. Anyway. So what was I even doing? I have no idea. I was messing with the rotation. So I've got the rotation. I am rotating here. I have my turn power. Modded rotation speed times turn power. So turn power would be the thing that we sine wave. It would be turn power divided by speed ratio. Have a minimum of like 0.5 and a maximum of 0. So probably even less of an effect than that. You should only slow down a little bit because your turn power. Does that make sense? So let's say I am going at maximum speed. And really this should take Clustering into account. But let's say I was going at, let's say I have maximum turn power, so I'm going to the edge of the screen, let's say 0.9. And I'm going at maximum speed. So we divide by 1. Get 0.9. So do I want the opposite? Because I want that number to be lower when that's higher. So when I'm 0.9, but I'm going at like 0.3, you get 3. So do I want speed ratio divided by turn power? Oh, you'd still get the same numbers, wouldn't you? Do I want times? I might want times, right? Not divide. So I'm going at, let's say I'm going at 0.6 of my speed, and I want to turn at this power, then I got 0.66, 0.3 divided by 0.5. No, I think that's wrong. I think it's times. And then it would be, I think it's turn power. I think it's times this. I think it's that. So, well, I say it's not that. It's the opposite, right? It's minus. So if I'm going at, I want to turn at 0.8 power times, let's say my speed ratio, I'm going max speed in some way. So I'm timesing. Well, actually, this does want to be flow between this and this. It does want to be at least this, I suppose. No, okay, right. I think that's correct. Would I need to do that down here as well? And I also think the speed ratio needs to take both things into account. What's this? Turn power lerp. Oh, that's when you're not rotating. So I think it's this. I'll just try it out. Okay, that still works fine. I speed up. I'd have to check the numbers to see if this is actually doing anything, right? Oh, I'm not even applying it. But yeah, we should actually check the numbers here. Print, turn, power, and print, modded, turn power. Oh yeah, that works. It does work. You see I'm barely moving now. Yeah. But that's obviously wrong then. What if you do that? No, that's 2. I've done something wrong there. Print turn power. Modded turn power. Speed ratio. And really I need to be taking overall speed. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I do want to mess with the boost. It's this number right here, I suppose. I think you would just curve that number. Curve by what? Curve in relation to what? What's that? What's that number? Is boosting and can boost. Is engine kill. Can't quite tell because of the other print I've got going on. I think it's the 0.9. Okay, that does work. I just need the opposite. No? Where is that? Where was I just working? Okay. To make the opposite, you +1 No, you do 1 minus to make the opposite. 1 minus. Make sure we clamp. 0. You probably always want 0.1 to be honest. Yeah. So that means we then curve that number. I think it's 0.5, the one I want. What does that give me? Don't think I did want to curve that number. I think I wanted to use actually I want to use my curve dot sample curve not declared. I think it's acceleration curve. There you go. Oh. That's correct. Okay, ratio, and then you put ratio, you put 5 times ratio. Got that. ratio. Ooh. 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 Very intricate sort of it's barely noticeable, but it is noticeable to me that there's a difference. Yeah, I see the difference. But it's barely noticeable. I'm going to bring that down to 3. I can tell the difference, but someone else is never going to tell. Yeah. I might even lower that number down even more. Even more? I didn't expect this. Wow. Interesting. I guess lerp is lerp, right? And there you go, that's a real difference there. That's too much of a difference. That feels pretty good. I could tweak it a tiny bit more, but that feels pretty good. Okay. And now we do the same thing here, right? Is engine kill. Current speed. Is boosting here. Ratio. Is there a max? Absolute max? Like absolute max boost speed. Is that the right number? I think so. So let's use that instead of 160. And then it was 0.3 times ratio. Ration ratio. See how that feels. I think it's going to feel good. I think it's going to feel good. It's not, it's a lot less Freelancer, but it's a lot more floaty. We're definitely going to have to slow down the other ships, right? To account for this new movement. But I think this is going to be better. It feels more floaty, but there's going to be more skill involved. I think so. Like, oh, did I not do it here? Yes, thank you. Thank you. You've obviously been here before, but... Oh, wait, thank you. Are you working on any games, Celsus? Are you doing anything? Cannot resolve member player ship controller. That's fine. Are you not working on anything? Consider boost and engine kill stuff. I just did. So I think that's what I'm doing. I'm still debating it though, whether it's a good idea. The next thing I want to do is handle the turning, right? But I really couldn't get it to work properly. I just want to modify this turn power by my speed. So actually I probably want to use this ratio up here. This ratio. Is the one I probably want to use. I should probably just make that a member. But we'll hack into it for now. And then and then we modify turn power by this number. Modded turn power equals clamp turn power times ratio 0.8 1.0. So it's never gonna have a huge effect, hopefully, right? Hopefully. But it has an effect. So you move slower when you're going. You turn slower when you're moving faster. Is the idea? I'm feeling I did the opposite right there. I need to print stuff so I can tell. This. Print this. Print this. Actually, print. Yeah. Right. I do want that to be 0. Okay. It does work, it needs to be adjusted. What was the ratio? It needs to be reversed. Firstly. So I can't get up to speed properly anymore. Spaceship, hello. Thank you for the raid. Didn't Salsus come from Spaceship or something? Thank you for the raid, I appreciate that. I'm just messing around with turning at the moment. I gotta do maths, which I'm terrible at. Trying to use curves and stuff like that. I think it does work in general. I need to just think about it. I need to scale my ratio. It'd be like 1. Minus ratio times 0.5. Right? No, that's clearly wrong. Is it just the scalar that would make the difference? Yeah. 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 I did the maths right. Oh my god, I did it right. So I just need to need to adjust this number here. To be honest though, this number looks good. These numbers look good. they're a little bit too close together. So this number and this number, right? They're a little bit too close. Maybe 0.15. You know what? It's going the wrong way, isn't it? It does have to be plus. Which is awkward. Didn't I reverse it? Up here by doing -1. That's correct. Okay. I'm kind of paranoid that they should make sure those are floats. And then I can actually increase this, I think. Should be fine. Can't get up to speed when I'm turning. That's a different problem. Turn drag. Affect the turn drag by moving forward. I should get my car like turning effect. Turn drag. Affect the turn drag by the forward speed. I should get my turn drag. Turn drag. Yeah, I don't want this. This was stopping me getting up to max speed easily. I could decrease this number. Illustration.length. We could just do that for now, and it should have a lot less of an impact. I think also the brackets were messing me up. Oh wait, I am simply slower now. That's all it is. Which makes sense that I'm slower. maybe I should just increase my speed values, right? So we retain the... Yes, yeah. So I'm going to just increase my speed values overall. Where is that? So I did this. Well, have I done it? Increase speed values overall to retain the same movement. So if I go to my rotation, quick, I just want to make sure that I've done, because we want to do it both. If rotation frame, rotation delay, input, rotating, direction. Okay, that's just non-direct. That's non-rotating actually. So, yeah, this is fine. Right here, and then so that can be ticked off. But I want to increase the values overall to retain the same movement. I could go through every single ship and change the speeds, or I could hack it and just times 2 or something. I should probably do the work properly and go through each ship and change the speeds. So if I go to ships, resources, ships, Corvette. So I guess we just increase the speeds, the speed. We don't increase, yeah. Is max boost speed a constant, like a... Yeah. Change that to 200. Unless that gets modified here, it doesn't. Okay. If I do 100, 200. Yeah. And then I modify these 100. I still have this. I'll just delete that for now. Fighter, heavy fighter. You're at 90 right now. If I put you at 120, put medium at 110, and the heavy at 100, the Corvette should actually be at 90. Therefore, the bomber should be at 100, the heavy fighter at 100, the light fighter at 120, the medium fighter at 110. Right. And then the frigate can be at 70, that's fine. See, my acceleration really drops. Now we're at max speed, 110, and I boost. My boost is really slow. Oh, my boost is really slow. I messed that up. That is not right at all. Yeah, that's not right at all. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should change this into a member value. Yeah, probably should. Do export boost acceleration mod float equals, let's put 1.0 for now. 0.3 was obviously way too low. Way too low. Let's see. Where would that be? There. There. And there. My acceleration curve is probably a little bit too low. Okay, that feels better. It's still crazy. Let's put it back to 3. Where it was at 3 originally. Also, like, my curve in general, I think is a little bit extreme. Let's change that. It's more like that. Curve. Maybe a bit more like that as well. Okay, that's perfect. I think that's what I wanted. Yeah, I still feel fast now. Okay, I feel fast. Yeah. I think that's what I want. And I can mess with that if I need to. Did it. Okay. I will reward myself with a break. I'll be right back. Professor Logic was here. Thank you. Good stuff, invited. Hello, mate. How you doing? Are you thinking any more about, you know, doing any game dev? Less accuracy, the longer you shoot, the faster you're going, the crosshair gets bigger. Less accuracy, the longer you shoot. So like Call of Duty or whatever, right? In Call of Duty or any shooting game, right? You hold down the gun and your accuracy goes down, right? Also, when you move, your accuracy goes down. So that's what I want to simulate. It's going to be a lot more subtle, I think. Like, it's not going to be crazy. It's not really going to be a crazy modifier. It's just going to be a very subtle modifier. So as to not annoy the player, but it will exist. I think. And then really I've got to go back and do the AI. I have to do it. I want to make that like elite AI that just wrecks you. You actually inspired me to learn a bit. Oh really? Your bit with the curves got me going down the path of figuring out a track editor. I want to try a racing game. Oh really? Awesome. Yeah. Track editor. I have seen a few tutorials on that for Godot, and it like you can make a 3D track with curves. Yeah, I've seen that. I think it was Path 3D though, something like that. There's quite a few good little like car physics tutorials, but the problem is they're using rigid bodies and like actual physics and things like that, and you can't use real physics like rigid bodies and things in Godot, because it's just not performant yet. I guess jolt physics might be a bit better, but it seems to just lag everything. I want players to be able to do their own tracks like Trackmania, but with better physics. Like, I would love to do rigid bodies in my game. It would make me very happy. But, yeah. I think I'll be probably doing it in Unity. Right. That's probably a good idea. Unity, I think, has better physics in general. I mean, well, this isn't very realistic physics, but Kerbal Space Program, right? That's very impressive physics. So the less accuracy the longer you shoot, the faster you are going. The crosshair gets bigger. So with the player, how is the accuracy processed? Is it getting processed at all? Do we even have accuracy with the player? No, I think I've turned it off. Maybe. It's possible that accuracy is in the weapon, not the player. Weapon mount, mount target, current mouse position. But when do I press fire? Here we go. Input just pressed. Input primary fire action. Guns and turrets fire. If exploding equals true, target to give, time to reach target. Okay, and then we have accuracy here, which is what? Accuracy is just 0.5. Is that true? Accuracy is 5. Independent accuracy. Independent accuracy. Accuracy value is around F range between this and this. And I pass that along to fire projectile. Okay, so it does look like I have accuracy with the player. Just need to double check that I'm actually doing this. Accuracy mod, lead position, print, accuracy mod. Am I actually doing this with the player or not? That's the question right now. It's a long road. I'll just learn whatever you're doing. You're going to bind accuracy to speed, like inverse relationship. Yeah. Did I even print that? Maybe I didn't save.
Expect some static. After all, computers are just machines. They can't think.
Some programs will be thinking soon.
Won't that be grand? Computers and the programs will start thinking, and the people will stop.
Hello, Overcane. Hello, mate. How you doing today? There's another new one as well if you want to see it. I've been watching a lot of 80s films and like 80s drama and stuff like that, so taking like clips that I think are interesting.
Daddy, the boy I married is a Ewing.
Jack Ewing's boy.
I want to make an emote out of that face. I think it'll be fun. Accuracy. So what was I doing? Oh, for some reason this isn't printing. Oh, this is nodeless. Oh, that's nodeless right there. Okay, so it's there. I should see a number. Yeah, and I actually, when I'm looking at it, I can see, this is so loud. -9. So I've been working on like perfecting the like movement this morning, so I want to get all this stuff out of the way, like perfecting the movement to exactly how I want it. I want to get all that out of the way before I actually make the game, so I don't have to like mess with it later. So all I've done is I made it so, I don't know if you can see, there's a top speed here, right? So I'm going to slow down. And then I go, I accelerate fast, and then there's a sort of a top speed, and it goes very slowly to that top speed. So I get to about 80, and then I'm climbing up very slowly. But I think I have to fix the deceleration, because it looks like the deceleration is also tied to that, which it shouldn't be, right? Deceleration. There seems to be a bit of a bug here. something. Made it with a curve, yeah. Weird. Let me think about why that's happening. I think it has something to do with the way I was doing the this if sign whatever. Instead of doing that, which is kind of awkward anyway, I don't even quite still understand what this even means. It gives a, I guess it gives a, but I don't like that. Let's do if throttle let's just do if action is pressed. Let's do that. This should work. The same. There you go. So going forward, but you can always brake at the same acceleration. To be honest, that acceleration is too, it should be a lot. You know. That acceleration, that deceleration should be way higher. It should feel double. You know what deceleration should be? It should be max speed times 2. Max normal speed times 2. Yeah. Something like that. Can I do that somewhere? Like a ready function? That's kind of messy. Deceleration equals max normal speed times 2. That sounds good. Now, although I would like to put a curve on it. Does that make sense though? When you're braking a car, do you think there's a curve to it? Rather than being linear? Probably. It's probably harder to brake at first, and then it's harder to brake at first, and then it goes. It's probably a sine curve. Right? Probably. Probably a curve. Everything has a curve. Because you can control how hard you press the pedal until ABS kicks in. Where did I just do that? Well, what am I doing? I'm looking at deceleration right here. And we wanna modify that with I'm making this into a proper thing, I think. Overall ratio. Speed ratio. Overall speed ratio equals 0.0. There you go. Now, when I go to the movement, eye movement, speed ratio, overall speed ratio, deceleration. I mean, I could times it by the acceleration factor, to be honest. No, I can't. I'll do that. It has to be overall speed ratio. Remind me what this number is. Print overall speed ratio. Remind me what that number is. That's okay. It's a higher number. It's a lower number when I'm going faster. It's a lower number when I'm going faster. It's a lower number when I'm going faster. A higher number when I'm going slower. Lower number. So I think I a lower number. I think I do the same thing as I did here. This one. Oh, I see. No, it's working the wrong way. It should be 100 and then it's going in the wrong direction. It's going in the wrong direction. Let's do that. Yes. Maybe just change that to 0.8 to balance it out. Considering I don't like math and hate maths, this involves so much maths. There we go. But I mostly just mess around with stuff until it works. And this works now. Okay, so that is that. Ugh, my brain. What was I doing? I was doing less accuracy the longer you shoot and the faster you were going. And accuracy does work. Tested it out, right? That's that. Let's get rid of these prints real quick. The game development will slowly teach you how to do maths. Like, you will have to learn. Like, there's no choice. Even though it makes my brain die inside. Still feels super loud. Can we pitch mod that? What gun is that? It's a Tachyon. Let's just pitch mod that real quick. I go to audio. SFX sounds. SFX sound data. That was a Tachyon gun. Oh, but I don't know which one a Tachyon uses. This is inefficient, isn't it? I should have thought a better way to do this. Yeah. The sound should be attached to the resource in some way. Yes. That's true. Because now I've got to go here. I've got to find out what launch sound it is. It's 12. Because it wouldn't let me use enums for some reason, which is weird. And then I've got to go here and find out it's Trade Blast. And then I've got to go down here and go to Trade Blast. And I've got to modify this pitch right here to minus 0.7 or something. Well, no, it would be like 2. Most game dev math operates around matrices. Of course, I don't really know what a matrices is yet. I think that's how we've done it since caveman time. I'll just guess until it works. True. I might put a -1 here too. It's so loud at the moment. How you doing, Leon? Damn, that's still so loud. Algebra. It's loud, but is it balanced with the other sound effects? Because not really. I will -5 that. I'm surprised that this isn't working. Did I do something weird with gun mount? Sorry. The weapons don't collide with the box. Do they really not? I didn't even notice that before. Is this even doing anything? Have I made a mistake? I don't think it's even doing anything. That's not even doing anything. Okay, hang on. What am I using? I'm using a enemy medium fighter 0. This is a tachyon gun 1. Weapon mount. How do these sounds get done? Sounds. How do these sounds work? Let's see. Initialize my shit. Find all the things that may or may not be there. Apply all the bullshit. Add the sounds here. Venom's base volume dB. That seems right. That does seem right. That does seem correct. That all checks out. But that didn't happen. Why do you need to multiply it by a random float range? To make it sound slightly different each time. Sound effects 12. Mate, I am so unorganized. Print. This. Set -9 here. Oh, does my medium fighter have 2 different types of weapons? Oh, it has particle guns as well. Oh, I see. And a particle gun uses number 3. I see. So that might be what the noise is that's annoying me. It's a particle gun actually. So that's audio 3, which is particle gun. -9. Yeah. So everything is working correctly. Yeah, that feels good to me actually. That feels good. Okay. I didn't actually do any of the... Okay. So that's all fine. Let's make sure I print Sergeant Pepper again. Thank you again. Thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate that. It's very kind. How you doing? Do you well, I don't know if you want to whatever. Yeah, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. What's cooking today in Jones' horror book of coding? I am. I'm working on like just adjusting and polishing the movement of things. Like I got the movement down to be a curve, so you accelerate really fast and then it sort of slows down when you're getting up to top speed, so it acts like a bit more like a car. Finish my looting system and clean up all the code. Next time maybe I improve the character model or add inventory UI. That's awesome, mate. UI can be a nightmare though, and there are a lot of people that are very critical of the UI. But yeah, I almost hate doing UI on stream because of that. Oh, I messed something up here. I really messed something up. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not in the actual game yet, so I want to see things go into inventory and maybe use them, but UI design itself is just plain. But work things out. Yeah. Yeah, make it functional first and then worry about what it looks like, I suppose. And just reverse all changes. God damn it, I shouldn't have messed with it so much. That is a disaster. What did I even do? I don't know. That is an absolute disaster right there. Hello, Quicksit. Maybe check for negative speeds and things like that. Yeah. I just wanna revert it back to how it was now. I think the rotation's fine. You're messing with the deceleration, I suppose. It doesn't make sense that the deceleration... Yeah, that's what I was looking at right there. It doesn't make sense that this would have been... Deceleration. Effective. Acceleration equals deceleration. Okay, let's just see if that's some weird bug is caused by that acceleration stuff. Deceleration stuff I did. Okay, I'm going forward. I can go up to top speed, that's all fine. I can't decelerate properly anymore, but I do this. So I'm going backwards, I press forward. That works as expected. Yeah. So it was something to do with this deceleration, I think. Yeah, it's a sign thing. So I guess I could probably still use this if I put it there. Well, let's save that. clamp in that if you want the sign. Can't remember why this was bad though. Oh, because it wouldn't be like had this weird like lag to it. Like I would go up to max speed and then I'd press deceleration and there's this lag. It kind of makes sense in some ways, but there's like a weird lag to it. But that's actually not the worst behavior. Actually, now thinking about it, that's kind of what I wanted. Yeah. All right. I guess that's fine. Classic, like you demonstrate something, yeah, SpecNet. You demonstrate something and then you find a bug. Less accuracy the longer you shoot. This is what I actually want to do right now. Less accuracy the longer you shoot and the faster you're getting. So let's handle the longer you shoot, the less accuracy first. Also, am I importing my accuracy number from my character data, right? I should be. I want to make sure I'm doing that. 'Cause at the moment it's being set as 5, but that's wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm importing a different number. Let's see, fire weapons. I just want to have a look at print accuracy. I need to get rid of the other prints as well. Print. So I'm not confused. Okay. Accuracy is 4.75. That is because... Why is my accuracy at 4.75? Let's think about that. I just want to know... You make your game so complicated and it slowly becomes a nightmare to work out, like, what did you even do? Why is it the way it is? It's got something to do with... Delete some of these things I don't need anymore. Player ship. In the player ship, there will be something called an effects component. This will do things and stuff. Accuracy. Update. Update character stat effects. Parent ship accuracy equals max 10 minus attack 3.0 min. Interesting. Divided by 1,000. Interesting. Interesting. Is that the only... That's the only case where we're influencing the accuracy. That's going to the parent ship, though. NPC fire controller. Accuracy ×2 for the NPCs. Accuracy divided by 2 for a player. I see. So I've made it so the player has a clear advantage there. So I think it's fine. Can your weapons overheat? You run out of energy. But I've sort of disabled that behavior for now because it's annoying to playtest with. But you do run out of energy. So there's like a yellow bar at the top there. Eventually will go down, and once it goes down you won't be able to shoot anymore. Well, you'll be able to shoot, but you won't be able to shoot as much. But I sort of gave it almost infinite energy just for now. Okay, so I understand why I've got 4.75 now. Kind of makes sense. So that's fine. So to increase or decrease your accuracy on your ship, it would be the attack stat on your character that would do that. Yeah, and low is better. Okay. Fine. That all seems fine. And then when I shoot my weapons, and this should be the same for the NPCs as well, maybe. Probably not. Seems unnecessary, complicated. For no reason, no advantage to the complication to make the NPCs act the same way. The NPCs are already very inaccurate. So I think I'll probably leave that, and I will just do it for the player. And we need to find out some way of knowing if input is action press, prime press. So we'd have some sort of timer, some sort of value that can clamp. Some sort of like accuracy mod slope 0.0. I'm firing 0.0 max proceed time float equals. It's quite fast in like a Call of Duty, right? It's like 1 second, isn't it? In Call of Duty or something. In Counter-Strike or whatever, like you see the crosshair going up and it's like immediate, isn't it? Well, this is sniper. I guess I want a different gun, right? LMG. Here we go. I don't actually play this game, by the way. Here we go. Also, look at how small the crosshair is. That's crazy. I gotta think about that. I can't even see. Is there even a crosshair there? It doesn't seem to be, right? Maybe Call of Duty is a bad example. Do you think so? Do you think Counter-Strike is the better example? Probably. Counter-Strike has better shooting, I imagine. You're thinking of old school Call of Duty. Alright. Yeah, I don't play modern Call of Duty. I haven't played modern Call of Duty. But anyway, you've seen Counter-Strike. Anyway, anyway, I think it'll probably be like. But for me, you know, you're in a spaceship and all of this, and it should probably be quite a. It should be less of a crazy, instantly. Actually, I'm gonna just go look at Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike. Okay. Okay. You can barely see the crosshair. And actually, the crosshair isn't moving the way I expected, actually. Maybe this gun is particularly... it's not really representative of what I'm thinking about. Make it a second... Make it a second and go from there. This is the machine gun. Okay. This is a assault rifle. It moves when the player is moving. But I thought the accuracy would go down as well when you hold down. Oh, there's recoil there, isn't there? When you recoil, it goes up, doesn't it? Which is also not really representative of a spaceship. Doesn't really work for a spaceship, does it? Mongolo, hello. Can we please just shoot the weapon? Oh, there we go. It was a dot. What was it? Oh. I thought he was going to shoot that guy. I'm not getting anywhere doing this. I'm just going to do what I want. 1 second. Why do I feel like 1 second is going to be too... It's a ship. It's not actually... Whatever, we can try it. So it'd be parameter verifying if I'm firing is less than max accuracy time. firing plus equals delta, which hasn't been used yet. Well, there you go. Plus equals delta. I guess if input is action just released, primary fire action. Time firing 0, 0. Okay. Accuracy mod. Why don't you just use time firing? He's just plus the time firing. That'll do the job. A very easy thing to do. You just do accuracy. I guess we'll calculate something though. Accuracy equals accuracy plus firing. I have a feeling I'm going to need to do more than that. There's going to have to be a curve and all that bullshit. It does work. It does work. It does work. It's a very simplistic way to do it. Where would be like all these prints and things? I need to get rid of all these prints. Okay. I can actually see what's going on. A random range. It's already randomized. I need to find these prints and get rid of them. This in weapon data, weapon mount. Is there a print in weapon? There it is. Print. That's okay. There's another print here somewhere. -3. Where's that coming from? It is working. It's very subtle, which is kind of what I wanted, to be honest. That was pretty easy. I could put a curve on it. But I think I'm relatively happy with that. And then we modify it even more by the movement speed. I really want to go through and just get rid of all my prints that I'm not using. Find in files. Print, debug, print. No settings files, save. That sounds like something I don't want. Actions within distance. Able to target. Bounce velocity. Data. New accuracy. That's what I'm just testing right now. Something was wrong with the damage. Adding the affliction. Definitely add the afflict. Play. Well, I do want to keep this code though. This is valuable code. Once I work out how to do the polyphonic audio properly. Valid battle. Ujun. Ujun. Valid battle. Footer. Oh, I need something there later. Ally button. Print child. Print hit shield effect. Print has meta. Should be afflicting the VFX. Percent to hit. Pool exhausted, I want that. One and last, I want that. No data, I want all of these. I don't want that. Print. Afflictions, I don't want that. Print. Pass that for now. No MMI. That's okay. Print projectile. Okay. There we go. And that'll clean that up. I should eat some breakfast. And then I've got to change the I'll change the accuracy depending on my movement speed. Relatively easy. I grab the ratio. Let me grab the max ratio. Times plus player ship controller overall speed ratio. Oh, that's gonna be the wrong number. You're gonna want to do. It was something complicated. I can't remember what this number is anymore. Print. It was something really complicated though. There's a complicated math thing I've got to do. I think it's 0. I think it's 0.5. Right there. And then yeah, it gets smaller. Gets smaller. The faster. I don't know. Okay, so to use that, so when I'm just standing still, it's the number is 0.5. 0.5 standing still. 0.0 max. Don't know why it's like that, but whatever. Something about the curve that I used, right? You were going to divide by 0. What was that? Accuracy. Divide by 0. Get smaller the faster I am. New accuracy. You know what would work then? Just doing this. Snap it though. That would do the job. Yep, that works. It's a very subtle difference, but there's a difference, and that's all I need. Cool. Whenever I eat something sweet, I immediately want something bitter, you know? I want some coffee now. I'll be right back. Right. So I'm pretty close here. It's 12 o'clock. So I realized after walking around that I've got to do this outside of this function. My accuracy needs to be like it needs to be like function, it needs to be like calculate primary accuracy. Wait, why do I need to do that? I don't think. I just need access to this particular number here. I don't know why I need to do that. Let's just call it that. He went to make coffee. And obviously this should be refactored at some point so that they are in separate, nice and clean functions, right? But I don't think the time for that is right now. I like really long functions where I can see everything's in the same place and I can see, oh, this all does. I don't know, I like that. Because I did the refactored function thing here and I just don't like it. Where there's like loads of functions. I even unrefactored this so that there's less functions. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Accuracy. So now I have this accuracy mod. I need that number so that I can modify the cursor, right? So I go to the UI. I go to this is my cursor here, which I gotta think about now because you know I'm looking at other games. Firstly, this is the cursors tend to be, I don't know. Some cursors tend to be really small, like in Call of Duty there. Very small. Another... I can't wait to hear your TED talk about refactoring. Refactoring. What was I thinking about? Yeah, some games tend to have really big cursors, some games have really small cursors. But the one thing I think they agree on is this. So, right. Let's think. Let's make it nice and clear. So this is my cursor. Right? This is what the cursor normally looks like. You hit something and this appears, right? This this bread thingy. Now, I think a lot of games aren't even making this red. I don't know why. Well, do I want to be like other games? Do I want to be like all the other girls? I could make it pink. Or blue. Anyway, I see that this is a lot bigger in other games, but the problem is my and also it's at this angle most of the time, right? But I've got this circle. Might change depending on background. Hello, Mark's Salmon. Hello. This might change depending on background. The color, or so you get more contrast and it's easier to see. We can do something like that very easily if you do a canvas item and then multiply, right? Or maybe not. Pre-multiplied alpha? No, I guess not. Add. That would change the color. Subtract would change the color. Depending on the background. I guess add. Subtract. I just want to have a look at that first. Are you making any games, Mark Simon? Also, the crosshair obviously needs to animate. Yeah, you can't see that at all. But maybe add probably the. Well, you'd have to put a shader on it. There's a way to you put a shader on it, and then it would. What I've noticed, especially in Eve, is that the cursor is plain white because of the background. Suni is mostly dark space. There is a way to, like, you add a shader. I'm a data scientist. Oh, science of data. The science of data. How do you science data? How do you science data? Because what obviously this is not traditional, right? What the having the circle as a crosshair. Most of the time you're dealing with dots in the middle, and you're dealing with I mean, that's okay. I don't want to be like all the other French girls. I want to be my own unique self. I might as well have a look at some other crosshairs and things. Yeah, this is... I thought I had more crosshairs than that to choose from. I got this one, obviously. It's a wired field, but it's about developing models and algorithms to predict certain events. Prediction. Fraud detection. Very cool. I realize this is animating as well. It's an animating sprite. I think I like the circles. Aiming to click. Honestly, when you hit, it could just be this right here. Why didn't I just do that? Problem solved. Right? It can even be the different color. That's fine. On top of that color. That would look cool. And then, obviously this will grow. This should grow like that. That should animate like this. Right? Elite Dangerous. Let's have a look. Even though I don't like Elite Dangerous, I will obviously have a look. Elite Dangerous. Gameplay. PvP or something. Fighting. I actually don't mind. I actually think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Whatever's going on here, that's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. What nullsec? Is some Eve thing that I don't understand. That's actually really cool. Let me think about that. Let me think about that. Might want to unhitch these from each other, so these can move independently of each other. Okay. But we definitely want to be... process. Original hit sprite scale vector 2 equals whatever. Original cursor sprite scale. And then I want to let's sprite dot scale towards original cuff sprite dot scale times if plus dot their screen input times bus dot clear screen input mod. I don't even know what accuracy mod is. I can't remember what the number is. Print. What's this number? I actually can't remember what the number is. I have that actually. I randomly did that even though I wasn't like I have dots where my guns are aiming. I didn't even think about that but look at this. Screen input. Accuracy mod equals 0.0, I suppose. What is this number? What is that number right there? Where's my cursor? Oh, because I'm timesing by 0, I guess. Yeah, it's a way bigger number than it needs to be, right? Normalize it. Times 1. How should I normalize it? There's lots of options to normalize it. Blah, 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 blah. Options to normalize. Let's sync. Variable accuracy. And I guess, yeah, no, well, no, that's fine. Accuracy. I don't want to call it accuracy mod again, do I? I want to call it accuracy. Something. Note equals this I think it's 1 plus well, I'm about to divide by 0. Is that okay? No, hang on. No, I'm not. I'm not going to divide by 0. I'm just dividing by 100, right? Divide by 10. The maths gods. I imagine the maths gods are definitely Cthulhu-esque. You know, the maths gods are probably a mix between like a Cthulhu sort of cybertronic like a mechanoid Cthulhu monster. That's a math god, isn't it? For sure. Print. What's this number right now? Richard Feynman's faith. Oh. It's because it jumps, right? It looks like a jump for a curve. True. Lerping is just like a linear curve though. So. What should be. Oh, I didn't even use it. I don't think I even used it. Properly. Yeah, there we go. When it works, it doesn't quite feel correct. Doesn't feel correct. Does not feel correct. It should snap. Right, but I guess also my cursor isn't detailed enough anymore, right? If you're working on the cursor, I guess you fixed the prior bug with the ship trails. The ship trails. The ship trails. There was a bug with like reversing and then it didn't properly go back, like go forward again. Shit. I solved that. That's now a feature. You know what though? I shouldn't see... Wait. I shouldn't be seeing my trail right here. I need to turn that down when I'm in reverse. I'm thinking about it. Let me write that down. That's now a feature. Can these be bigger? If I want them to be? I think they can. Yep. But then I've got to mess around with them. Make them smaller again. I mean, it works, right? It's actually way more obvious now when you're hitting. There's like more things going on with the cursor. Yeah, this is pretty good actually. Oh, there's a problem. There was a problem right there. What was the problem? There was something weird happening. Or somehow I've gotten... Oh no, there's more problems with the movement. I found a bug. Oh, you can go over the speed limit. Wait, can you go over the speed limit? I can't decide whether that's a bug or a feature. What inspired you to make this? It's based off an old game, my favourite game from my childhood, I suppose, called Freelancer. I'm still working on the movement. I think, well, at least I did the crosshair, and the crosshair looks good, actually. I actually like the crosshair. Looks good. Make hitting more obvious. I think I already did that. It's not like Call of Duty, but it looks good. I'm going to fix investigate being able to retain speed and going over the speed limit. Something to do with coming out of engine kill. Being able to retain speed and going over the speed limit. It's not like dropping down again afterwards, is it? Yeah, after you press... if you're going over the speed limit, you get pulled over by the system police. Let's think. What I'm gonna do... Who knew the movement would get so bloody complicated? Let's think. Target speed. Alright, Professor Logic, thanks for hanging out. You too. I'll see you later, mate. Acceleration. Oh, because I think I am not retaining speed because my acceleration is lowered at high speeds, right? Yes, so if I am... So I need to... I could put an OR in here, right? I could fix the retaining speed problem by putting an or statement in here. Something not boosting, something not engine kill, but maybe over the normal speed. So over speed limit. Brilliant. False. That would be something like if I am not is boosting and it not is engine kill and velocity current speed is greater max normal speed over speed limit equals true. Well, I can't make the bug happen again, but I'm not... I don't know if I fixed it. I can't tell if I fixed it or not. I think I did. I can't tell. Like, can I? How did I make the bug happen? I can't remember. Like this. No, I think it's fine. I think I fixed it. Although I did go over the speed limit for a second there. I think that might be a feature, not a bug. I think that might be a feature, not a bug. That's kind of cool. That I can go over the speed limit. There's like a weird set of circumstances where you can go over the speed limit, and I think that's fine. That's kind of interesting. So the next thing is there's also something I saw there, maybe are you sure that EMP missiles are working on the player. Hit by one, but I'm not sure if it was. Did have my shield down or not? Maybe. Making movement. Shouldn't be having GPU engine trail when in reverse. Right. I thought I did something like that. Like I definitely messed with something so that it didn't show in reverse. But I think it was something different. I remember messing with it. Also, it should probably get thicker and thinner depending on things. Let's see. Blue ring engine effect, I suppose. This has a contrail, right? And then, yeah, this is a contrail, right? Weird that it remembers that. Okay, fine. Let's have a look. Effect intensity, blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Particle is GPU trail 3D. Colors. 0 effect intensity minimum. Right. Continue. I guess that's fine. But that doesn't need to be there. So it should be this right here. Print GPU trail intensity. Well, it should be happening. Yeah. Get rid of these numbers. Can't even remember where those numbers are coming from. This is a problem. You print and then there's definitely a disadvantage to printing, doing debugging with prints, because you forget where you put the prints and then we have to go through and like get rid of all of them. There's probably a with this print right here. Okay. I got rid of that print, and then I want to go to this engine effect here. Actually, let's print the engine effect intensity. Sorry. 0. And then it goes up. But the color isn't changing. Oh, it is. No, the color's not changing. Okay, cool. So it was meant to be modifying this right here. That might be a local to scene issue. Be as simple as that. Let's try that. Let's try that. No. It's not that. This is unreliable, isn't it? Using the cut, because this is going to be the same for each thing, and you can have resource make unique problems with that. Use red as alpha. What does that mean? It's confusing because the other ship is doing it as well. So I'm going to do if. How do I even find this? How do I even know who you're attached to? I really can't, can I? Why don't we just have an empty system? Well, because I'm going to win the battle. That's annoying. If get parent, this is really hacky, but it will work, right? Dot name equals blue ring engine effect. And now I should only get one print, and it should fine. Or maybe not. I won't get any prints. Did I misspell it? Oh. Sorry. Oh, because I'm in the wrong... Oh, right, yes. That's fine, hang on. And quick load a medium fighter. There you go. Yes, it's working as expected. Oh, this is working as expected. Oh, this one works. Oh. Oh, interesting. Huh. So why isn't it working with... Maybe it was the make unique thing. It possibly is, actually. It was actually an easy fix. You just go to the enemy medium fighter. We grab this engine effect here. Which should be a scene. It's not a scene. Why not? Do I have one that is a scene? Enemy, I was being lazy, it looks like. I was being really lazy. Scenes, ships. Enemy heavy fighter. No, this isn't a scene either. Make sure this is 1-1. Position 0-0. Rotation 0-0. And then I'm going to make that into a scene. So branch to scene. This is red. Engine. Effect. Scenes. Visual effects. Blue ring engine, yeah. Unless I have it somewhere here. I should really organize this into a folder. Oh. Then yeah, I've got to go through and make sure all the same effect, so I'm not. Make that too. I'll delete these and instantiate red engine effect number 1. And then duplicate you, and then probably make you a little bit bigger, but not by much. Yeah. And then we want to go to enemy light fighter. Delete you. Place you with red engine effect. Put you somewhere like there. Red. Engine effect 2. Make you a bit bigger, I suppose. Okay. And then I know I've got custom solutions for the Corvette, actually, because they have these funny wide engines. So I'm probably going to leave that for now. And yeah, now I can go into the scene, make sure this contrail has a local to scene. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Hopefully it works now. Yep. So that was an easy fix. Let's see. Make sure the EMP was working. Okay, I think this is the last thing I want to do today. Just double check that the EMP missiles are working on the player. And then I will probably call it for today. So this guy should fire missiles at me. I gotta wait for my shield to go down though. That could take a while. I should be able to bump into this to cause a bit of damage, right? But not enough. What I will do is I will go to my player medium fighter, go to my shield.trez. I will make unique, and I'll give you like a 100 shield, 3 regen, whatever. Make it really weak. Hopefully my shield should go down immediately now. Okay. Gonna be sitting here for a while, I think. I should have just added more enemy ships, right? Otherwise I'm gonna be sitting for a while. Yeah. Okay, there you go. It works. It works. I have the debuff. Cool. Perfect. It all works. All right. I really don't want to do this. Maybe I won't do this. This is a lot, you know? Maybe I'll do this at some later date. Redoing the AI is so... That's going to take a lot of energy. I'm gonna call that off for now. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna still have it here, creating my own AI movement system in future ideas. But okay. The main thing is that I actually start working on like the actual gameplay, right? The meta gameplay. Oh, Seshramara, Mara, hello. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Are you Godot? Another small victory towards the war. Are you Specnet? I think I want to show you. I'm probably gonna stop streaming now. So before I stop streaming, I want to show you what I've been working on. Yeah, I do. I'm having a little bit of imposter syndrome with this one as well. Do you remember when I had imposter syndrome with I want to make sure there's no like NSFW things on this, because I have a lot of references on here, and there's some that might be not Twitch friendly. So, okay, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, I had imposter syndrome with Morgana. Anyway, I've been working on this. Yeah, I'm really happy so far. But obviously this is a lot of effort. I've spent 10 hours on this. But I think it's been worth it. I haven't even finished, right? And these ones took like 4 hours each. This one took like 6 hours. The patience of the hair, yeah, oh my god. The hair is taking a while. The hair is taking a long time. And it doesn't even quite look right, like the lighting is so hard. I need to work on the lighting and make sure it's correct with the face and things. To really think about it. The problem with this reference is the lighting is incorrect to how this... Because the lighting is in the back, right? Anyway. This hair is taking forever. And, but that's what I've got to do. That's the last thing I've done, and then I'm done with the hair. The crinkles and clothing, yeah, that took a long time. Took a long time. But yeah, using these references helped a lot. Over here. With the crinkles and the clothing. This has to be like a... something that can be in use, really. Oh, but I haven't yet done the lighting here anyway, so it doesn't matter. Because I can actually turn off the hair. I can take away the hair. Right. I wanted to put it on different layers so that I can have different hairstyles if I want to. But yeah, I haven't done the shading here, obviously. Anyway. I wanted to show you that before the end of stream. My style, yeah. And I think more and more it's really important to have a style, because then you... And I think more and more it's really important to have a style. AI, I guess. The AI can't really copy you in the same way. But it's obviously difficult, because that style isn't completely unique. I'm not saying that the style is unique. I'm saying I haven't really seen it. I mean, it's kind of comic book. It's kind of in between comic book. It's kind of like... It's a comic book style. It's cell shading. I take it back. I don't have that thing. Guy locked it behind paywall. Oh, what was it? Anyway, that is today's work done, I think. Let's commit my changes to my GitHub. Are you making this game for someone else? No, I'm making it for me, yeah. I am making it for me. I am making it for me. Yeah. At a certain point, I don't even care if it's successful on Steam. I just want to make something that's cool and beautiful. It was an Saro head style model with lighting set up in 3D. You could rotate the light all around and see what planes light up. Ooh. Well, you could do this in Blender. If you really wanted to be fair. Or do you move the arrow? Rotate the move. Reset the camera. Shift the light. Yeah. Oh, secondary light. Move directional light. With this. I see. Yeah, you could do this in Blender. It's my damn browser. It doesn't really help with hair though, does it? Well, maybe. I don't know. You would have to go to the effort of actually... Actually, this is interesting though. You'd have to model the hair in Blender and then... So you can see how the light would work. There's definite advantages to learning 3D, isn't there? But then if you're making it in Blender, you might as well make it in Blender, and then why are you even drawing? My GitHub repository is this one. I'll save it to my backup GitHub repository as well. And yeah, so I might as well, I had some very kind people raiding today, so I might as well return the favor and raid someone else. And Sesumara, I'm sorry I didn't ask you if you're making any games in Godot. Or anything like that. I always raid Murdboy, but that's okay.
Because it goes back into the company, it doesn't go back to you.
Yeah. See, these are things like they just don't teach you in school, right? Like
No.
when you just work a job and you get income taxed, you look at a lot of this stuff and you're like, what the fuck? This is BS. And
That's
like,
what.
it is
That's
BS,
right. Income tax.
I am. Took a long break. We'll restate this month actually. Well, hopefully, you know, you can show me what you're working on next next time I stream. Yeah, I'll see you later, SpecNet. And thank you everyone for watching today. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you another day. Yeah, I will see you tomorrow or whenever.